To everyone, welcome to LTX classes. In this news analysis, The Hindu, we are covering the most important articles. So let's focus on this. And today, the date 2/9/2022, and the articles are going to be discussed by Srinivas. Clear? First of all, we shall go with the current affairs MCQ that we have given in our last news analysis. The question is, consider the following statements. See, this is all about the scheme of the seeds. Clear? This is all about the scheme of seed. Scheme for economic empowerment of denotified nomadic and semi-nomadic tribes. Clear? See, the scheme is under Ministry of Tribal Affairs. If you remember that, on that day I have clearly explained that the scheme is under the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, right? So on that note, you can simply negate with the first statement, and if you observe the second one, the scheme provides benefits to only tribes. No, right? So on that day, if you could remember, I have added few groups that who covers under the scheme. It covers not only the tribal groups but also the SC community and the OBC community, right? So the answer here goes with the D, none, right? So this is very important article, and we have covered and we have framed the question also, right? Let's focus on today's the most important articles. Clear? Yes. This is our article, and this article has come in editorial part, right? So if you observe this goes the very important things related to the participation of women in the academia. Clear? So that's why the article says the academia, research and the glass ceiling in India. Clear? So the article is very important from, see, that is from GS1 society. In GS1 society part, we generally check with the things of the women. And next, the article is very important from GS2, that is social justice. And next, it is very important from GS3, of course, that is science and technology. Clear? So under these headings, this article is very important. Clear? So when you see, the article itself says here academia. So first of all, what is the meaning of academia? If something is related to academic education, if something is related to academic education, it is called the academia. Clear? So it is called the academia. Here the author trying to say that the academic education and the research and the glass ceiling in India. You know the meaning of research, and what is this glass ceiling? This phrase is very important. Clear? Glass ceiling. Often you see the term in the articles. Clear? So what is the glass ceiling? First of all, when I fabricate this, you have to write, you have to divide this glass ceiling into the ceiling. First of all, what is the meaning of ceiling? Ceiling means, if you observe any house, it carries the maximum height point. Clear? It carries the maximum height. It carries the maximum height, right? So for the ceiling, the maximum height would be the highest, right? That anyone can see above. Clear? That anyone can see above, that anyone can reach that position is called the ceiling position. Then what about this glass ceiling? The glass ceiling. What is the importance of glass? Glass goes very transparent. When you observe the glass from a distant position, you even won't feel the presence of glass also. But if you try to move in after that position, the glass won't allow you to cross that line, right? So when you see from the farther distance, it does not make any appearance. It gets only appearance, and it strikes only to the people who reaches there. Clear? So here the glass ceiling means the upper highest position that a woman can reach in her career and goal. Are you getting why the author has come with the word the glass ceiling? in India. So the glass ceiling actually makes the woman not to grow further than this position. So that is called the glass ceiling position. That is the maximum height that the woman can reach in the real life. Are you getting? Which means that yes, women get the empowerment. Yes, women enrollment in the school is very good. Yes, women participation in these colleges. Yes, very good. And post, when they reach the higher education, where the extra qualifications that women imbibe, where the woman would go the vocational courses so that she could go on earning after her studies, those are very important at the higher education and post graduation levels. Clear? So that's why here the article mainly focuses on the issues of things that are stopping women at higher levels, and he also coming these are the problems that are present in India, and every stakeholder should take the appropriate steps to close down the same. Clear? As women are very important, we just go with the empowerment or presence of women in research and development, and post we just also go with how it can influence the other aspects also. Clear? Yes. So first of all, see, we just go in a detailed manner. The article goes with a story where he tries to prove something that happened in earlier years, and the year is 1933. What happened in 1933? In 1933, one incident happened regarding, that is Sir C.V. Raman. Clear? That is the time that C.V. Raman takes the position of IISc Bangalore director. Clear? IISc, Indian Institute of Sciences, Bangalore, and Sir C.V. Ramanji is the director of that. And post, if you observe that Sir C.V. Raman belongs to the time of 1933, and of course he is a very important person from the physics in India. Clear? He is very important person from physics, and he is a Nobel laureate. Clear? He is a Nobel laureate. He received Nobel because of his inventions. Clear? Yes. Then that is Raman spectrum light. Clear? That is Raman effect. Because of his experiments on Raman effect, he got the Nobel Prize. Then see what happens in 1933. One girl, and her name is Kamala Sohoni, she approached Sir C.V. Raman in asking to guide her in her thesis part. You know, when anyone generally wishes to go for thesis or PhD work, they generally ask the persons who qualified the so as their guide. Clear? So the new person, and now Kamala wants to start as, see, this is fine. Kamala wants to take the guidance from Sir C.V. Ramanji. Clear? Sir C.V. Ramanji, so that she could see the better because under his guidance. Clear? Yes. Then see, Kamala Sohoni asked for the guidance, and Sir C.V. Raman rejected her application in saying that as she is a woman, I'm not going to accept you as my student. Clear? These are the words of Sir C.V. Raman, and Sohoni did not give up. She went on to go for doing the Satyagraha. Clear? She went on doing the Satyagraha in front of the Sir C.V. Raman's office. Clear? And then see, based on the part of gender, after her Satyagraha, because of the presence of gender discrimination in that office, she has done the Satyagraha, and Sir C.V. Raman, after her dedication, accepted on two conditions. And the first condition is that she has to work for a year, and if her thesis impresses the Sir C.V. Raman, then only he is going to join her. This is the first condition that C.V. Raman has put on her. That is only if he completely admits her work then only she can get his guidance. And after that, when you observe, she was also asked and she was also made promise that she won't make any distractions to her male colleagues who are pursuing the research. Clear? So on the two conditions, Sir C.V. Raman accepted the Satyagraha, the Kamala Sohoni's membership. Clear? And in the same way, in 1937 something happened that is related to Professor D.M. Bose. He is professor at Calcutta University, and in the same way he was asked to join the Biba Chowdhury in his research program, and she was eagerly came her in joining his party. But D.M. Bose ji did not accepted her invitation and did not accepted her into his group. Clear? But post making him very requested, she joined in his team. And right now, if you observe that Biba Chowdhury is one of the important persons in the study of cosmic rays. In the study of cosmic rays, Biba Chowdhury holds the great importance, which means that her work in determining the mass of mesons is legendary, which means that her work on the mass of mesons are part and parcel of the cosmic rays. These holds very important significance, right? So which says that, see, what if he ultimately did not join this person into cosmic rays group? Clear? So we would be losing one of her contributions in the cosmic rays. Clear? So these are the most important gender related things. And in 2018 one thing happened. Clear? That is in the organization of CERN. Clear? In the organization of CERN is a nuclear research group that is in Switzerland. Clear? It is a place where nuclear research related things happen in Switzerland, and this is under the principles of European Union. Clear? So this is under the part of European Union, and claimed that the workshop the things conducted and organized by CERN, and he says that in that workshop this person, and the person name is Alessandro Strumia, and he is from the Pisa University. He says that physics was invented and built by man, and it's not by invitation. Clear? Yes. So you have to see that he has said that physics was invented and built by man. Clear? Physics was invented and built by man, and it's not by the invitation, which means the research in physics is not an accidental one. It is the hard work of only and only by man. After his statement, all the very important persons from the CERN organization and from the Europe, everyone reverts back against his highly offensive statements, and immediately the organization suspended his research works, and he got into the investigation for his highly offensive remarks. Clear? And soon after that, to make the course correction, even Nobel committee day after that, only the day after this thing, ironically they have recommended the Donna Strickland. Clear? There is one woman, Donna Strickland. She was awarded the Nobel Prize in her physics work, as she worked on the laser. She worked on the laser parts, and she was given the physics Nobel Prize, and she has become the third woman to win the Nobel Physics Prize after Marie Curie and Maria Goeppert-Mayer in 1963. Clear? And we all know Marie Curie and her works She got Nobel Prize in 1903, and after her it is Maria Guilbert Mayer in 1963 received who received the Nobel Prize in Physics. Clear? So we can clearly observe the gender bias against women. Clear? The gender bias against women which arose out of the suspected capabilities of their intelligence. Clear? So we can observe, after all these things, we can clearly observe there exists the glass ceiling, but this is the 20th century where we have broken the glass ceiling that is in the existence. Clear? So that is why even government of India also have done the considerable changes and promoted women in the research field through various programs. For example, Indian government started something program that is called GATI. GATI means gender advancement. Gender advancement for transforming. Gender advancement for transforming institutions. Clear? Institutions in clear. So gender advancement for transforming institutions. Clear? This is important. This is a pilot project under the Department of Science and Technology. Under the Department of Science and Technology, this is very important one. And see, they have started this pilot project to promote. The main issue of this is to promote the gender equity. To promote the gender equity in science and technology. Clear? To promote her gender equity in science and technology, we have started this, and after that we have come with something that is called the program of Kiran. Clear? Under the program of Kiran, we have started the knowledge involvement. That is, see, knowledge involvement. Clear? So knowledge involvement in research and advancement. Research and advancement through nurturing. Clear? Through nurturing. This is the program, and this is a plan under Department of Science and Technology to encourage women scientists in science and technology, and also preventing women scientists for giving up the research due to the family reasons. Clear? They want to encourage women, and they want to prevent women who wants to continue her career but do not want to change the things because of family reasons. So some institutions are also asked to go for arrangement of the facilities of creches. So what is the meaning of creche? A creche is a service doing thing where they rear the children, the small children. Means generally there would be designated female who are well equipped in taking care of the children. They are going to be appointed for to take care of the children of another parent. So here, when any scientist got married, and if she is pregnant, and after her pregnancy, after few months, she again can restart her research work, and in the meantime her baby care and everything would be taken care by that research institution's creche, so that she can contribute in her research field, and her baby caring would be done under her surveillance. So it would be win-win situation both for the research organization and for the female's career also. Clear? So despite all these endeavors, there is still a gender bias that exists and which has not removed fully. Clear? So when you observe, women are still underrepresented globally, mainly in the sense of the STEM. Then what is this STEM? Science, technology, engineering and mathematics. Clear? So this is the STEM. This is the hardcore, the science, technology, engineering and mathematics. When you observe when you observe the data of UNESCO regarding this term, they says from India, the representation of female in the research group compared to male is very less, and it stands somewhere around 14%. This 14% is of India, but there is nothing more to feel about India's positions. Why? Because even developed countries like Japan holds the position of 16%. Means out of the whole male researchers, female researchers are less than 16%, and the number is 26% when it coming to the part of Netherlands, and 27% when it comes to the part of USA, and this is somewhat okay regarding to UK, that is 39% from UK. Are you getting? So it is not only the part of India where the woman needs to come into the field of research, and see the things are completely different in developing countries. For example, if you observe the number, if I say the number is 45%, yes, that is very good, right? It is in South Africa and Egypt. Is it, sir? Yes, of course. And after that, the number is 49% in Cuba. This is very good. And after that, it is 55%, but that is in Tunisia. Clear? That is in Tunisia. And next, it is followed by 53% by Argentina, and 52% from New Zealand. Clear? Except New Zealand, every other country who are near to the 50% are developing countries only. Means developing countries often trying to promote the things of women in the organization. Clear? So this is very important. After that, if you observe the women representation in one of the top institutions in India is also very less, which says that only 7% of women from the Indian academic sciences, and only 5% from Indian National Science Academy, and next it is of 8% from National Academy of Sciences India. Clear? So all these are very important science institutions, but you observe none of the position where women has taken the double digit in total present tense. Clear? So this is the reason. And even it also says the overall professors positions of women is very less than 20%. Clear? The average is less than 20%. Even if you take top IITs, IIT Madras and IIT Bombay, they are somewhere near 15% only. Clear? So this is not the end. It is saying that only public organizations lack the participation of women. But if you observe the corporate world is doing right enough. The corporate world is doing enough for the part of women's growth. Clear? So the decision making in private enterprises is generally happens based on her performance. Clear? Based on the performance, the things happen in private sector. So that's why women management is holding somewhere around 40% in India, and that is higher than the global average. And even if you observe the Fortune 500 companies, CEOs representing in the Fortune 500 companies is 15% only. Clear? So if you observe, that is very good, and the things are going very well in the private organization. So encouraging the participation of women in the workforce in the private sector with the adoption of various schemes for women began long ago when compared to the initiatives taken by the government of India in recent years. This could be most probably the reasons why there are more women in the corporate world. Clear? And the other things which support for the women's role in the corporate sector, that is the flexible hour working times and the rejoining the workforce after the interim breaks, and sections operated only by women. These were definitely helped in participation of women. And it says that the government of India should try to empower women in the workforce to get the gender parity by the time of 2047, which would mark the centenary of the India's independence. Clear? So by the time of 2047, we have to achieve the gender equality in research field. Clear? So this is the simple. It is not, the things should not be seen as these should rectify the diversification, but it should be seen as it is the right of women to get their position in the research field, right? Yes. So check our next article. It is GST revenues cross the 1.4 lakh crore mark again. Clear? So it clearly shows that the things of GST collections have improved. So the article is very important from GS3 economy. When you observe, it says the mark of 1.4 lakh crores. If you observe the graph here, see, it is 1.4 lakh crores. Okay. So see, that is from the times of the January, it is somewhere near 1.4, and February, no, it is very less. But from the month of March, it has crossed 1.4, and in April, it even crossed 1.6, and in May, yes, 1.4, in June, yes, 1.4 plus, in July 1.5, and in August it is 1.44. Clear? When you observe from the last year, August 2021, you can simply see there is double in the growth. More than 50% of growth can be seen from the August 2021 to August 2022. August 2021, we can observe the influence of the pandemic that is existing in India. Clear? So this is very important from GST part. Clear? So first of all, when I say the GST collections are going, which means that society is bounding back, means society is bouncing back towards the growth of the economy. If I say GST means goods and services tax, which was brought in 2017 as an indirect tax, right? It was brought as the indirect tax. When I say indirect tax, it has to be collected from the consumers, means consumers are generally pay the tax when they are consuming the products. So if I say GST collection is improving, it shows that the consumption of the consumers have increased. The consumption pattern of the consumers got increased, and because of this, government is getting enough revenue. Clear? So the article clearly also says that, see, the GST collections till August has risen 33%. Clear? So are you getting? So in the same way, if you see from the previous month, yes, of course it has lowered by 3.6%, but when you compare from last August to this August, there we can see the growth of 57% increase from the last year's August to this year's August. Clear? So this is very important. Clear? Yes, when you observe all these things, the ministry of GST collection says that it is a clear impact of various measures taken by the GST Council in the past to ensure better compliance. So better reporting coupled with the economic recovery have shown the positive impact on the GST revenue. Clear? So this is the reason why we are discussing this article, and they have clearly mentioned about the high buoyancy. Clear? They have mentioned also the term of, we can observe the high buoyancy. First of all, what is the meaning of buoyancy? Buoyancy means just is observation of increasing in trend. Buoyancy means increasing in trend. When can you observe the increase in trend? You can observe the increase in trend only when you are comparing with the others. It means, see, the high buoyancy which shows that there is some GDP, it should be combined with the tax collection. Means if GDP increases, the tax collection increases along with the GDP, then it shows that there is high tax buoyancy. See, for example, if my GDP is 1000, your tax collection is 10 rupees. If my GDP increase to 10,000, your tax collection reaches somewhere around 100. If my GDP is 1 lakh, tax collection is increases by the amount of 1000. In this way it is growing, then it is called that higher tax buoyancy. As GDP increases in greater number, the tax collection also increases in the greater number. Clear? So that is why they have come with something that is called the higher buoyancy. And this is not the only thing that you have to see, and you have to observe some pattern in the GST collection. Clear? So these are very important. Fine. See, I just want to share these things with you, and these make some sense. Clear? Yes. When you observe the month of GST, GST is actually divided into central GST, that is CGST, and state GST, SGST, and after that it is integrated GST, that is IGST. And see, when you observe central GST, it consists of 24,710 crores. Observe the pattern. And state GST, central GST, see, that is fine. Central GST carries the higher amount, which means the central GST have the number of 30,950 crore, and state GST have the number of 24,710 crore, and the IGST consists of 77,780 crores. Are you getting? Which shows that if you observe the pattern, the overall collection of IGST is greater than CGST and greater than SGST. Even IGST is greater than the combined collection of CGST and SGST. Are you getting? So this is very important trend that you have to see. And when you observe, the highest portion in IGST goes with the collection of GST from the imports. Clear? Because of imports, we have collected somewhere around 42,000 crores. Clear? We have collected 42,000 crores, which catches the huge amount in the overall IGST part. Clear? Are you getting? The overall IGST part, the import collection is more, and it also says the GST compensation cess. The GST compensation cess is somewhere around 10,168 crores. Are you getting? So these are important things you have to remember. Clear? Yes. Next, observe this article. This is the article where it has proposed something that is related to UGC. Clear? So UGC proposes the clustering of college and is very important from GS to polity perspective. Clear? GS to polity perspective. It finalizes the norms for transforming universities into multidisciplinary bodies. Are you getting? First of all, you should know UGC means University Grants Commission, and it was formed under the UGC Act. It was formed under UGC Act, and it takes control of universities in India. Clear? Universities in India are under the control of UGC, and UGC proposes the standards that needs to be maintained in the universities. And right now the UGC, University Grants Commission, has finalized few guidelines, and which they want and they wished they would definitely transform the colleges and universities into multidisciplinary institutions. And for this they have proposed one approach that is called the clustering approach. I will explain, just watch it clearly. Fine. See, take, this is an area. There in this whole area the colleges might be in very different. Clear? So are you getting? So these are the arrangements of college. Then right now UGC will ask all these institutions to combine. Why? See, this college might be good at one thing. For example, this is college 1, it is good at engineering mechanical part, and this college is good at engineering in civil part, and this college is good at engineering in CSE. Are you getting? And this college is very good at the software part or something. Are you getting? This college is good at providing the vocational courses or something. So here when you observe, each college is good at one thing and no college is good at the every other object that the student feels. So only the students who have opted the required part in that college would ensure the proper job, and the other students who enrolled in that college have to get additional coaching, right? So to get the proper jobs, they have to go for additional coaching and everything. So to clear all these things, UGC have proposed the clustering approach. Under this, right now the UGC will ask all these colleges to form as the multidisciplinary institution. Clear? Are you getting? Now UGC will ask all these colleges to form as the multidisciplinary institution, which means that these colleges will take the position of as the one college, and they would provide and they would share the infrastructure and the personnel who are working in that respective field of their excellence would be shared with other institutions, and of course they also provide the vocational education that is required for the student to take on to get the new jobs. Are you getting? So even for the occasional things also, the college is very important. So that is the reason they have come, and this cluster system would be applied for higher educational institutions. Clear? In order to promote the multidisciplinary education and research in the online and offline modes. Why? Because government is coming with something, the policy, that is guidelines for transforming higher educations into multidisciplinary institution. It aims the state governments and universities to frame appropriate rules and policies. It just want to promote the multidisciplinary institution as it is recommended under the new education policy. Clear? Under the new national education policy of 2020, it asked the universities should turn itself from a mere college or university into multidisciplinary institution, so that the student will get all his requirements at one place and he won't get any other thing out of this institution. Clear? Yes. And see, the cluster system will help the single stream institutions with poor enrollment due to lack of employment oriented, lack of the innovative multidisciplinary courses, and the lack of financial resources, and help such centers improve their grades in National Assessment and Accreditation Council. Clear? So they will have to design their timetable in consultation with the partner institution, so that the students can register their courses offered by them without facing any clashes. Means the vocational courses would be given at the other times of colleges. For example, if the college is from morning 9 to 3 p.m., then the vocational courses would start from 4 to 7 p.m. so that there won't be any clashes with their vocational courses. So the member colleges in the cluster will continue to function as affiliated colleges under the university in the initial phase, during which they will share their resources to offer programs and guide the students in research projects. Clear? After the initial years, the affiliating university may affiliate the cluster of colleges as a single unit, and it is not in the initial years. After some years of experience, they would affiliate the cluster of colleges as single unit, and they will pass through the graded autonomy before developing into the autonomous degree granting cluster of colleges. Are you getting? So this cluster of colleges later evolve into research and teaching universities also. Clear? So this is the far vision of UGC. Clear? So and the UGC also prescribed the two other approaches for the existing college, that is the universities can become multidisciplinary, and these include the merger of single stream institutions with other multidisciplinary institutions under the same management or different management, as well as expanding the number of departments in colleges or universities by adding new subjects related to the language, related to the literature, related to the music, and related to the sports, and it also says related to the concept of Indology. Then what is the meaning of Indology, sir? Indology means when you are reading about the Indian civilizational parts, when you are reading about the Indian civilizational parts, it is called Indology. So students opting for courses offer the result as a collaborations and mergers, and they can even avail the credit. Clear? So they would get the maximum benefit. The UGC also suggests the capacity building for the faculty so that they can teach, train and research in multidisciplinary academic program, such as through the initiative like the annual refresher program in teaching. So from this they will get the investment in learning assessment tools. Clear? And the education departments in universities and colleges will teach the curriculum, how to design the curriculum, how to design the pedagogy, how to design the communications with the students, and how to improve the future teachers. So this is a pure capacity building program. Clear? That would help the teachers, and in long term the education scenario of India also completely gets changed because of these issues. Clear? See, this article has come. So here when you observe, CJ is coming with one thing. The new CJ got appointed, that is the Chief Justice of India, UU Lalitji. Clear? He is newly appointed CJ. He started the new system soon to list the cases transparently. The article is very important from GS to polity perspective. GS to polity perspective. Accordingly, the Chief Justice of India said, we are planning to provide from next every Monday generally is freed to completely to go for the completely of fresh cases. From every Monday we are going to see only the fresh cases, and from the Tuesday to Thursday in the morning session we are going to check the pendency cases, and post the lunch, after the lunch they are going to check the public interest litigation ones, and on Friday we are going to check the things that have left as the miscellaneous, the small very unimportant or not having much important articles or cases generally left for the Friday. Clear? So CJ right now clearly saying we just want to come with the new system soon so that the cases are going to be transparently put. Clear? So this is the main important article. So right now the government and the CGI is eagerly waiting to solve the problem of the pendency of cases. Are you getting? So you might have seen that is pendency of cases is increasing in India. If pendency of cases keeps on increasing, people generally lose the ability of judiciary in India. They would lose the faith on the judiciary and they will come with the new other alternatives. Clear? So government is also saying that if people lose the faith on the judiciary, they keep on doing the crimes in the remembrance of judiciary take delay in providing the justice to the people. So in the meantime we can think accordingly and we can do the crimes also. These are the statements of government. Why? Because it has done thorough research, and many people not only in India, in the world, who are telling that if the pendency of cases generally takes more time, people obviously lose the hope on the judiciary. So judiciary is coming with something where it generally says, I have started the full in-length approach to provide the transparency of cases. Clear? Yes. So the article is very important, right? Yes. So this is the current affairs mains based question where we have discussed the editorial article in length, right? So see, the women participation should increase in research field to improve GDP. Comment. Clear? Yes, this is the article that we have discussed, and I'm asking the women participation needs to be increased, right? So how can you improve that so that it would lead to the increase in GDP even, right? Yes. Encourage everyone to participate in this answer writing form. Next, prelims based MCQs. First of all, consider the following statements. The CGST collections are greater than IGST, and India stopped collecting the GST compensation cess. Clear? So only one, only two, both none. I have clearly explained the GST collections, and I have clearly explained the pattern of the GST also, and if you carefully observe that, you can simply answer this question, and I encourage everyone to participate in this, and after that you can comment in the comment box. Clear? Yes.